Aloha and welcome to the Maui Medicine Ashram. Today I'm here with Ton, and we want to talk a little bit about her experience with healing her body and what kind of ways she could maybe share some information with the world, and so that's what we're going to do today. Welcome, Ton. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's an honor to be.
Yeah, it's super amazing to have you here. You have such a positive attitude about life, and you're just filled with radiant, beautiful energy. You're so willing to, take part in all the loving energy, and really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. It's an honor. I've been here 2 days. It's an amazing 2 days.
Yeah.
on the land, on the farm,
Mm-hmm.
with all of you, beautiful.
Yeah.
Green.
So yeah, when what really inspired me was when I heard about you through some friends, and we came and visited, that you were very positive about what was going on, and that you didn't really feel you needed to go to some mainstream type of healing, but you really wanted to work with the plants and work with friends and family, and and alternative type of healing stuff. And so what and also that you had been given some cannabis oil for your cancer, but that it was difficult to use because you were getting too high, too sleepy. And so that was really interesting, because we've been discovering all these new ways to use it, to be more effective.
Totally.
So I guess one question I have is, what you got to take some cannabis oil yesterday, and you got to take probably more yesterday than you've taken in a long time of this medicine. So we did some suppositories, and we did about 1/2 gram of the extract from the cannabis plant in some cacao butter. And we put it in the freezer to make it so that it was solid and solidified. Was that an easy enough process for you?
Oh, it was easy as it can be.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so that took maybe about 15 minutes laying down, and
Yeah.
and then when you got up and moved around, it stayed, everything was fine?
Yeah. It was
Awesome.
no problem.
Awesome.
No problem at all.
Well, and then throughout the day, what kind of things did you notice as far as either positive effects or any negative effects, anything?
It just felt like you give a bullet there, and it stays there, and it's slowly released throughout the day, and it would just kind of make everything on its way to be better, untangle things.
You felt that?
I totally felt that. I felt like all of a sudden something just feels lighter or more open, like the pathway, everything's kind of more open and untangled, and just like open up. So
beautiful.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. Because my the cancer originally started in the breast, and then it spread it out throughout the body, and so I in the face it has been certain symptoms. It got really heavy and just numb. A lot. So then slowly throughout the day I would feel things kind of open up and less numb and less heavy. And
starts to feel more normal.
Start to feel more normal, a lot more normal.
And you were saying the inflammation kind of went down, like you had some swelling in your eye that you felt decreased.
Yeah, like right now my eye is quite open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, compared to the last month. So it got really numb, it got really close and swollen, And then the swollen went down when I first started some. And then now, more improvements, more symptoms of things be improving.
You mean just on the second day?
On the second day.
Wow. So you've done 3 suppositories so far.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah,
just
so
3.
a gram and a half.
Yeah, a gram and a half.
Yeah, I mean, this really is an amazing discovery that we want to share with everybody, that one of the things that's happening is in the media and a lot of experiences people are having, when they eat the medicine, it goes into the liver, and the way that it gets processed, it makes you, just kind of wipes you out. Not in a bad way, you feel the high that they talk about, and you feel light, and you feel a healing, but your body is unable to move very well. It just really relaxes the whole body, which can be part of the healing process. But it's not something you're going to do forever. I mean, you could do that for, a day, a month or something, just to really get some rest or something. But now with the suppository information, it's really incredible. Right now, you can put up to a gram, which is actually about 100 doses for somebody that would just want to reduce some pain orally. They could take 10 milligrams and reduce that pain. Well, this is 1,000 milligrams that's going in as a suppository twice a day, so 500 milligrams each. And this is what's allowing her body to activate the cannabinoid system at the highest level, which is then going and figuring out what needs to be done to heal the body.
It's amazing. I don't know what it does exactly. I mean, I read about it, then I forget.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I have so much feeling when that comes in. I just feel so much like it's a bullet. It's a green bullet, or some kind of like
just
magical
going out throughout the body.
Yeah, I just blast.
Wow, that's a beautiful way to describe it.
Yeah, and then it would just have all this. It makes everything green wherever it goes in the body. I feel that way. And then
the heart.
Yeah, and also just get it out of your system too. Like whatever you do, either an animal or I mean even just bowel movement or whatever. I mean I just feel like. And then the next day, everything get better, and then they just can't wait to get out of the body, including all the, all the bad cells. Like somehow it already been the bad cells get changed somehow, and then they just kind of like don't find.
They relax.
They relax and then okay, we want to get out. We want to go outside and have fun now. We don't want to be in this body anymore. The body is good.
Well, here at the Medicine Ashram, this is part of our mission. What our real mission is here is to bring free medicine to people that can't afford it. That's the number one highest mission we have. And then in bringing medicine is a few things to us. Medicine is plants. And the earth itself grows the plants for us. So because we're here, and it wants us to be healthy and happy. And then there is love and community energy and family, where you are being touched and you're being nurtured with food and laughter and love and intentional people paying attention to you too, like listening to you and feeling valuable and important and having a higher purpose. These are all part of the medicine that we want to bring to the people. And one of the messages is that all of this is free. That the actual healing comes from the earth, it comes from us. It doesn't come from corporations or brands, any kind of patents or anything like that. And so we're here to remind people of the abundance that comes through this planet. So one of the things that we did, and that's why Thon is really truly amazing for us right now, is she's so willing try things. And when she first got here, we wanted to do an intentional healing, which was a group Reiki session with 8 of us on a huge couch, a circular couch, and she was in the center, and the 8 of us just, poured our love into that present moment with her, listened to her story and what she was going through, and I feel that part of the healing of our community is to bring people back into the fullness of family, and the realization that they're special, that they're super loved, and that they're not alone, and that there are a lot of beings that just want to meet you and want to help, freely. So I just wanted to understand, like, what experience you might have had through that, or how that felt.
That session was amazing. It's just to be there, be open, get everything else, and knowing that there's like all these beings, and we all not related, but we all related in a different way. Like we all together, we all here together, and caring for each other. Doesn't matter. We don't have. Doesn't matter who we are. We all here. We all love each other. We all perfect the way we are.
Yes.
And then to receive all that love coming from everyone, and supporting, your best being as yourself. I love it. I think I was just out for a while and just feel all that energy coming in. It was amazing.
It really was. I am completely convinced in every way that this is part of the healing of the new healing system for our communities. Yeah. That the new healing system has to do with group healing and plant medicines, and then and then high vibrational water, food, air, and Dawn, she likes to take walks in nature and stuff, which is super important. People like her that have been experiencing this for a few years, they do know what's important.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, I love your land here. Yeah. It's just, I love to walk and hike and do all these things, and where I live, it's like, I didn't do too much walking. It's just not that inspiring.
Streets.
Yeah, streets, cars. And then here, it's just like barefoot walking or whatever, and it's all surrounded by nature, and imagine that being able to do the suppository, it got you better, but also, you don't have to spend so much time doing so many other things, like, juicing and everything else, all good for you, right? And then not being high all the time. You don't just lay in bed, and then not having to do so many other things.
This is really improving the quality of life, because now you have more time to actually do things that are creative and fun. You're not just constantly working.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is a really refined experience for healing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so really insightful.
Yeah. That's why when I went for a walk, I love it. I'm like, okay, I get to do that, and I get to also be part of preparation for food and cleaning up, or whatever it is that I could also use the time.
Like being alive and
being part of interaction with
interacting with the community.
Yeah, the community.
Family.
Yeah, you feel a lot more alive, and you just need to spend 15 minutes twice with that suppository, and then you're done, and then you can do all these other things that are good, not just for physical, but everything else, for mental health. That's great.
Thank you. That's really insightful, because I think people that can go into the into this consciousness where they're having to heal, and then all of a sudden all these things everyone tells them pretty much takes up their whole life, and so they're not actually experiencing the life they were living before, which is the life of just hanging out with friends and walking and just doing fun things kind of at the spur of the moment, not having to think so much about it. That's the thriving life, because you get to enjoy the moment, whereas in the paradigm of healing, a lot of times it's very much a desperate attempt to keep things going, and you're using systems that require tons of time and effort and resources, money. That's another thing, and so having something as simple as this one plant, is truly phenomenal. I mean, one thing I want to mention too is that night when we finished, something that I'm still contemplating was that we received a visit from this owl. And it was right after it happened, and we were just hanging out with her, and this owl started to screech its noise so loud over and over right outside the window. It was very, very close to us. And it kept doing it, and then we have a greenhouse plastic window against our house, and it's huge. And the owl would come over and hit it with its claws, and then sort of scrape it, and then lift its wings, and then it would go back to the tree and start screeching again. It did that 4 times. I've never experienced anything like it, and I did, and I studied it a little the next day, and that the owl is the bridge between this world and the spirit world, and that also here in Hawaii they call him Pueo, and that it is the voice of the ancestors of the land. And I think that the ancestors of all the land of this planet are hoping that beings like us can bring this back into consciousness more and make it more valuable and important, and satisfying to all beings, to be back into this magical world of nature and family and love. So I wanted to share that, and the medicine ashram it's really a divine message that all beings right now can live for a higher purpose if they want to, and there are different types of organizations and really beautiful movements going on all over the world right now. There's one here in Maui. If you want to come to Maui, you're welcome to.